So today, as you can see, I'm uncomfortably crammed underneath one of my latest pinball acquisitions. We got Rick and Morty Pinball here from Spooky Pinball, but this is a process that you're probably all familiar with if you own multiple pinball machines, and it's a painstaking process. Leveling your pinball machine. It's a bit tiresome, cumbersome, painful in some cases, but today we're going to be talking and looking at a product that's hopefully going to be making our lives a little bit easier when it comes to leveling our pinball machines. So yeah, this is the pin level. You can find this on Pinside. Comes in two different colors. You got bright orange or a much more toned down gray. I went with bright orange because I figured it's less likely for me to lose if it stands out like a sore thumb. But got a nice little protective cover there, so you don't have to worry about throwing this in a toolbox or anything and it getting all messed up. Powered by 4 AA batteries inside. They are rechargeable ones. I don't recommend throwing normal batteries in there, but as you can see, we've got an active LCD display. We got some toggle buttons, the power there. And we also have these really cool little fold out legs that you can use to kind of center this in between your slingshots, which is really great. But the most amazing part about this is that it measures pitch and tilt simultaneous. That is not the case with traditional levels, and hence why we're all probably accustomed to crawling underneath our machine, making leveling adjustments, crawling back under it, looking, did we make enough changes? No, crawl back under it, and doing that over and over again. Thankfully, you can kind of do this one and done by measuring pitch and tilt simultaneously. Also some nice little non-slip rubber feet there, so once you put it on the playfield, you don't have to worry about it sliding down, but it works great. What I've been traditionally using to level my pinball machines, a little digital level here. It's got a bubble here up top, magnet on the bottom. Gives me a digital readout of pitch and tilt, but it doesn't do it simultaneously. I have to do one or the other. So I traditionally, put it there on my machine. Hopefully it doesn't slide down because there's no rubber feet or anything like that. Look at it, say, okay, I'm gonna measure my pitch. So I'd crawl underneath, make my adjustments, crawl back out, look at it, go, oh, okay, I made enough adjustments. Okay, good to go. And then I'd have to turn it and go do it all over again for my tilt. Side to side, left and right, crawl underneath the machine, make my adjustments, come back out, look at it, did I make enough adjustments? No, crawl back underneath the machine. You get the idea. So there was some slight assembly required when I first got this. I had to take the front panel off, held on by 6 screws, very easy to do. Take the front panel off and had to solder one wired connection, which is basically the inline fuse there. Very simple to do. If you don't know how to solder and you own pinball machines, that's kind of counterintuitive because at some point you will need to solder something if you own a pinball machine. But if you're not comfortable soldering, just be fair warned, you will have to solder one connection on there. It also has another connection where you just literally plug it in. It's existing, you don't have to wire it or anything. You just literally push the connection together, put your batteries inside, and then the thing is ready to go. There's also a nice companion app out there for iPhones or Android that you can get the actual live data of your pitch and tilt while you're underneath the machine, so you don't have to go up and down, under the machine trying to check things. You put this on the machine, check it, and then you look at the live, data on your phone to make sure you're making enough adjustments, and then you only have to crawl under the machine once, which is great. So let's go ahead and get to leveling. I have yet to level Rick and Morty here, so this will be a first time experience, and we'll get to see how well it works. All right, so we turned it on. As you can see, it's got pitch and tilt, and it's going all over the place because I'm obviously not holding it on a level surface. But we're gonna ideally place it in between our sling. Rick and Morty is a little bit eccentric because we don't have 2 slings. We've got a pop bumper and a sling, so this may be a little bit of an oddball case here, but we'll go ahead and open these. And yeah, I can already tell it might have to do some slight adjustments just because of the silliness of Rick and Morty, but okay. All right, so it says I'm at a pitch of 7/6.9, a little bit of wiggle room of 0.1, and my tilt is 1.2. So yeah, I'm definitely off side to side. Go ahead and open up our little companion app here via Bluetooth, and there it matches what we're seeing on the pin level itself. So I'm gonna crawl underneath the machine, make my adjustments with this in hand, and then I'll be able to literally in live real time level this machine. All right, so after only crawling under the machine one time and making my adjustments, you can see we're pretty much there. I've got it where I think I want it. My tilt, obviously, like I said, it's going just a little bit. That's within the tolerance zone. But I got my pitch about 6.8 and my tilt side to side. We're pretty squared away. Like I said, using the companion app here, it's live feed and you can see it's accurate, going back and forth to the data. Very handy. This is a free download and this app wasn't made specifically for this, but it works great. It just communicates via Bluetooth between the two, so you don't have to have a Wi-Fi connection or anything like that. So if you're out there in the field, you can have an old cell phone that you don't even necessarily use anymore. Pair it with that pin level there and you're good to go. Great thing about this is it saves the data and information for multiple games here. So when I'm ready, go ahead and hit select. See the games, we're gonna hit select again. So it defaulted to BB. It gives me a 2-letter acronym for each game. So Rick and Morty, I'm just gonna put RM, but I'm gonna come down, hit my down arrow button, select, confirm my settings, go up to the name. Now I've got 2 alphabetical characters that I can change. Get my 2 letters. And we're good. Home. Games. So I've got Rick and Morty on there, and I've already went ahead and did my Monopoly as well, which is great. Put the glass back on, show you one of the better features of this pin level is that I can save my settings with the glass on. That way we don't have to re-level and remeasure this every time we want to make adjustments. We can throw this back on the glass and say, okay, yeah, our pitch is good, our tilt is good, and everything like that. You can save, I think, up to 10 games in this, and it saves that information until you go there and clear it or readjust it. So if you got multiple games, this is great for you, but we're going to hit the select button. Go games. So we've got Rick and Morty already, but what you would do, you'd come down here and hit select. See your pitch and tilt settings with the glass on. You would confirm it, and then you would calibrate. Good. You're just going to save it and done. So now every time I've got Rick and Morty, you can see my ideal settings with the glass are 14.8 and 0.1. So go there and show you Monopoly's in there as well. So Monopoly, I've got 13.5 and 0.6 with the glass on. Very impressive build quality and everything on this 3D printed case, but I mean, this thing is sturdy, nice bolts, functional toggle buttons, very straightforward, easy to understand. I like that we can save multiple machines. So if you're an operator or somebody that has multiple games in your collections and you're tired of crawling under the machines, this is definitely a back saver and a neck saver for sure. If you're a 1 or 2 machine guy, this is probably going to be a little too expensive for you, and honestly probably not necessary. But if you're an operator or somebody has a large collection of pinball machines, then yeah, definitely get something like this, because it'll save you time, it'll save you energy, and it'll save your poor back from crawling underneath that machine over and over and over again trying to level your machines. So gotta hand it to them. Very good stuff. Like I said, if you're interested, I'll put the Pinside store link down in the video description box below. But guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions of this pin level.